Hey, where are we going today? Do you remember?
New Zealand.
No, not New Zealand. It starts with Singapore. Singapore.
I'm excited to talk about Singapore. Singapore has been by far one of my favorite places that we've gone. I didn't really know that it would be going in either. It surprised me. What's something about Singapore that surprised you?
One thing that really shocked me was the rain. When it rains like it drenches and it keeps on coming, and it is just like a blanket of water. And thankfully Josh had purchased umbrellas before we came, but everybody had an umbrella. Like, it would start raining and all these people would all of a sudden have umbrellas. Like, you didn't see them carrying them around, but all of a sudden it was just magic. Everyone had an umbrella and it was crazy.
They know their city.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah, Singapore is this very modern, high-tech looking city, big sky rises. And you don't think of it, but it's very close to the equator. So you get very tropical heat and lots of rain. Leave it to Will to ham it up and go crazy in the rain. It's like 2 hours later, it's still just chucking it down.
Hey Dad, when is it going to be Tuesday?
Today's Friday, so it'll be Saturday, Sunday, Monday, then Tuesday.
And then
What comes after Tuesday?
Friday.
Wednesday. Well, Friday does come after Tuesday.
Is it 3 o'clock?
I don't know what time it is, honey. It's kind of fun. Everybody got their first taste of equatorial tropical rain.
In what way do you feel that our family grew while we were in Singapore?
Good question. Singapore was our first destination that wasn't populated predominantly with people of European heritage, and so that was a little bit of a stretching point for the kids, definitely. It felt more foreign than anything that we'd done to that point, and so there was a little bit of feeling that out for, that I noticed for the kids, and maybe to some extent us as well. We didn't know how well we would be able to communicate. It turned out to be just fine. Tons of people in Singapore speak great English, and it's no problem at all. Everything's labeled in English, and it's very easy. It's a very easy city for families with young kids to handle. It was also the first place where we had to really rely on public transportation. I mean, a little bit in Auckland, that didn't go great, so we didn't do it very much. And Australia, we did the ferries, but not much other than that. But this was the first place where if we wanted to do anything, we had to get on the subway, we had to do a bus. Fortunately, Singapore has fantastic public transportation, and it made it really easy for us. And I think the kids grew into that. So kind of backing up to the broader picture of this whole trip, picking the places where we stay, there's always an element of this could be a great area to stay in, or it could really not work out for us being able to get to the things that we wanted to see. And we've had kind of a mixed bag that way. But Singapore was a home run for that. We got a great place that in and of itself was very comfortable, very spacious, but the location was awesome. We were situated right near all the shopping district, and so we had easy access to groceries. If we needed any bits and bobs of gear or clothing or whatever, it was super easy to get. I think that made a big difference for our time in Singapore as well.
When did you decide you love Singapore?
That's easy. So there's a metro stop at the Plaza Singapura Mall right close to where we were staying, and so we came up out of there and we went up into the mall and into the food court area, and it was just like what I would want from like an Asian
It was
you know, ceiling's a little bit low, it's a little bit crowded, lots of energy, kind of lights a little bit low. There's all different kinds of cool things going on, all kinds of different smells. And I was like, oh, give me the camera. I just want to shoot this and capture this moment. And that's when I really knew, like, Singapore has this kind of vibe about it that way. It's very high energy and it's very comfortable and accessible and inviting. I latched right onto that. And it was that way all throughout. I mean, everywhere we went was that way, and I just loved it. So we spent 10 wonderful days in Singapore.
Mm-hmm.
If we went back, and I think we're planning to go back,
Yeah.
what would you do differently next time?
I would probably stay longer. I would stay longer. I would be more adventurous with just going out on my own. Like, I did venture out by myself sometimes, but with 3 kids, it's kind of hard. We would definitely do Universal Studios more, because just hearing Quinn talk about it, I mean, they all loved it. However she says spaghetti.
Pescetti?
Pescetti. She loved this pescetti wrap.
We're having fun. It is hot out here today. Let's ride the rapids. You hear that squish? So, what else would you do differently?
I would not lose stuff.
I might.
Okay, so he might have lost a few things, but
I didn't lose them, I just left them. I knew right where they were.
Uh-huh.
I was lucky, I got to go back. If you follow us on Instagram, you might have seen that in our stories. So I accidentally left my Mavic Pro drone remote control and the extra battery. Taken together, those things are worth about $450 in replacement value. We figured out it was actually a lot cheaper for me to just zip back to Singapore once we were in Malaysia and pick them up than to just pay to replace them. So that's what I did. I got to go back to Singapore for about an hour outside of airports, but took a half day, went back and got it all, and got to see that beautiful city one more time. So I consider myself privileged. I've been to Singapore twice.
Singapore.
Singapore.
favorite thing we did in Singapore?
My favorite thing was our date night. So we got to go out. We found a babysitter that our Airbnb host recommended. So we got out for an evening. We went and got some dinner, which was really nice. We had already gone to Gardens by the Bay with the kids once, but they kind of fizzled out as
quick.
they tend to do. Lisa and I really wanted to go back. So we went back that evening. It was the same evening, wasn't it?
Yeah, same evening.
And saw the light show, which was really fun. And just had a nice time together, time to breathe and not worry about who's not paying attention and
Who's lost.
being left behind and who's kicking who and who's breathing each other's air. But that was something we need to figure out how to bake into more of our stops along the way. Hong Kong, it's got your name all over it. Okay, so last question. So what's one big win for you from Singapore?
One day in Singapore, we went to get SIM cards, and Josh was not walking with us. We were miffed at each other a little bit at the moment, which happens. And he went in to get it, and somehow we lost him. And we didn't have Sims. He had my phone. I had no... my internal compass is broken. So I was lost with all three children, and I had no idea like how to get anywhere. And I didn't lose it. I did not freak out. The kids kept yelling at me, we have to go, we have to go, we have to find Dad. And I was like, we gotta stay put. And of course Josh came back and found us, and I was just impressed with myself that I normally would be with the kids going, oh my gosh, we're lost. But I didn't. So that
Good
was
job.
fun.
That was growth.
Yeah,
That was a growth
That
experience.
was a growth experience. What was yours?
My big win from Singapore was the opportunity to show the kids for the first time like some really diverse culture. We got to go to Chinatown and Little India and these places that look and feel and sound and a little bit smell different than what they're used to. That was really great. I could see how it pushed them going to the Buddha Tooth relic temple and having them kind of see and spin their wheels a little bit about what's going on here, like what is this about and what do people believe about this, and how is this a part of their lives. I really got the bug for it at that point. I'm really excited to show our kids and myself and you as much of people's lives around the world as we possibly can, and just have our own lives enriched by that.
Thanks for watching us nerdy people.
If you're enjoying our videos and if you'd like to see more of them, please leave us a like down below. Subscribe if you're new, and we look forward to putting out more videos in the future. We also love to get your questions and suggestions. If there's anything you'd like to see us do, or if you got any questions for us to learn more about what we're doing and how we're doing it, please leave that down below in the comments, and we'll answer them in a future video.
Good job, you did it.